Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carmen. Welcome. Hey guys, in this video today, Numerology reveals if P. Diddy is going to go to prison. As you know, he's been on trial, and I wanted to do this video because it is a classic textbook case of numerology. Okay, the numbers are very clear in this situation, and they really do reveal if he is going to go to prison or not. So, this case is a really good example for those who want to learn numerology, as well as for those who just want to know if he's going to go to prison or not. So, so we're going to talk about that right now, what the numbers reveal. Make sure to watch the whole entire video though, because at the end, I think there's a bigger thing going on here that I wanted to talk about. So make sure to watch the video until the end. Okay. Now we have his numerology chart right here. And to calculate his chart, I used his real name. Now, the first thing I wanted to point out is that in 1993, he moved into an 8 pinnacle, as you can see. And the pinnacles are kind of like the seasons of your life. And 8 is the number of abundance and it's the number of power, right? And it's interesting because in 1993, that's when he founded his music label, Bad Boy Records. It was in that year that he entered his 8 pinnacle that he founded that company. Okay. And it's just interesting because it was around that time, 1993 to 2001, while he was in the 8 pinnacle, that is the time that he became a multimillionaire, right? And he became very wealthy and very powerful in the music industry. So, and that, no coincidence that that happened during an 8 pinnacle, right? Another thing too is that his life path is a master 22. These are builders and business people, and it's a wealth number, okay? Multimillionaire, billionaire number. So if you want to find out if you have the wealth numbers within your own chart, check out a video that I did about numerology revealing if you're going to become wealthy someday. I will link that video below in the description box. But as you can see from the chart, he left his 8 pinnacle in 2001. So he's in a different energy right now, okay? Because this is 2025. So he's currently in a 9 pinnacle. Very different energy than an 8 pinnacle. In the 8 pinnacle, you can be more self serving and focusing on your achievements and acquiring abundance and a power for yourself. But if you are to do that during a 9 pinnacle, then all hell will break loose because 9 is the number of evolution and it's a very evolved energy. It's a very responsible energy because it's the last number. Number 1 is the individual and the self. Number 9, the last number, is the collective and everyone. And doing things that help humanity, right? So if you're not doing things that help the greater good during the 9 pinnacle, then like I said, all hell will break loose, and you can be blocked, and all kinds of there can be all kinds of repercussions that can occur. Okay, so moving on to the personal year numbers, if you take a look at 2024, P. Diddy moved into a 6 essence number. And the essence numbers are how you experience the energy of the year from the inside. Okay, it's like an internal feeling. Now, 6 in numerology is the number of justice. Okay, we see justice happening, a rebalancing happening when we move into the 6 energy. Okay, so if things have become unbalanced, then, you know, some sort of thing will happen to rebalance it. Okay, now this can be involving health, right? If health has become imbalanced, then, then you have to fix it during the 6th year. If someone has done something that is greatly imbalanced, such as committing a crime, or someone has done that to them, then justice comes during the 6th energy to fix it. Okay, and 6 is ruled by Venus. Venus is Libra, and Libra is the sign of the scales. And I talk more about this in the video that I did about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. So you can check that video out if you want. I'll link it below. But yeah, he did start to feel this in 2024 because that is the year that all of these accusations started to come against him, right? He was being accused of doing all these things, allegedly that he had done all these things, and the law started to come after him, right, in 2024. And he was feeling that from the inside last year. On the outside, what he was experiencing was a lot of chaos and a lot of surprises, right? This was probably very surprising to him that this was happening, right? And we see that because he was having a 5 personal year. And 5 is a number of surprises, and it can feel like a very chaotic energy because it's about movement, it's about change, it's about excitement. It's a high energy kind of high energy kind of number, right? So and the personal year is basically how you experience the energy from the outside, everything that comes at you from the outside. And it is the number within the pinnacle, right? So he was in the 5th year of his 9 pinnacle last year. Now, this year, he moves into the 6th year of his 9 pinnacle. All right. So once again, justice being served to him from the outside now, right? Now it's coming at him from the outside because it's a personal year number now, right? And that's exactly what's happening to him right now with him being on trial. Okay. Now, the 6th energy can indicate that justice will be served that year, but it doesn't necessarily mean that someone is going to be found guilty. Really, it's just a rebalancing type of energy, meaning that if someone has actually committed a crime or someone has done that to them, then justice will be served in order to fix it, okay, and to right the wrong. Okay, 6 is a number of healing and fixing things, but it doesn't indicate if P. Diddy is guilty or not, or if he is going to prison or not. All right, we need to look at the essence number that comes right next to the 6th year, because that will give us more information about how he's going to be feeling on the inside this year. All right, and he moved into a 7 essence in 2025. And 7 is the number of learning lessons. All right. Often, when you move into a 7 essence, there will be some time out in which you will often have to isolate yourself so that you can kind of have some more time for introspection, self growth, learning. It's knowledge. It's a lot of it is self knowledge too. So it's learning those hard lessons, having to isolate yourself so that you figure out, well, what, where am I going? What did I do wrong? What do I need to fix? That kind of thing. And often people will have like spiritual awakenings too when they're in that energy. But it's not uncommon for people to get sick in the 7 energy or something else that happens that forces them to take time out and kind of isolate themselves a little bit more. What can be more isolating in this world than being in prison, right? I mean, I feel like that's like probably the most isolating thing that could happen to someone is being in prison. So, what this indicates is that he's going to prison this year for sure. Like they're going to get him on something. They're definitely going to get him on something. And I'm not saying he actually did anything. Okay, this is all alleged. That he allegedly did these things. But what the 7 essence indicates, with the 7 essence right next to the 6 personal year, it means he's going to prison. Like he's going to be found guilty, and he's gonna be isolated this year. They're going to get him on something, and then if you take a look, the following year in 2026, double sevens happening. Okay, he's not only going to remain in the 7 essence, but he's also going to be in a 7 personal year too. So this is double isolation for him. This is double timeout for him. You know, he's going to be on his own a lot going forward, especially next year. And he's going to have to think about things, about what he has done and all of the people that he has hurt, allegedly. Okay, we have to say allegedly because there hasn't been a verdict yet. All right. And by the way, comment below and let me know if you think Diddy is guilty or not of what he's being accused of doing to Miss Cassie Ventura. Comment below and let me know if you think Diddy is going to prison or if he will walk away. And like I said before, this is all happening during a 9 pinnacle. And in a 9 pinnacle, if you're not doing things to help humanity or to help the world, then you can be blocked and there can be repercussions. So that's just more indication of him going to prison. Okay. And during the 9 pinnacle, there is a serious focus on your own personal evolution. And there can be things that happen to you that make you evolve into a better person or a better version of yourself. And so that's what's happening here. He's going to have to evolve after this experience. And if the trial ends in July, that makes sense because he's having a 4 personal month in July, and the 4 energy can be very challenging. And it can feel like you're in a box, okay, right? A box has 4 sides, right? And prison can feel like a box. as well. So it can feel very limiting. So that would make sense if it was to end in July. Okay. In May, he's having an 11 personal month, and 11 is a number of illumination, being in the spotlight, bringing awareness. And the spotlight is definitely all on him in May during this 11 month. So, what is happening to P. Diddy right now, though, is just all part of something bigger that is happening right now. Okay. And we are seeing it happening before our very eyes, which is the fall of the demigods, right? And that is the fall of Hollywood, the fall of celebrities, the fall of celebrity cultures, the fall of the mainstream media. The people that have been put on a pedestal and they've been given, like, people see them as a source of power and a source of trust, and people put their faith and their trust in these institutions and these people, and it's all falling apart, right? And earth has been ruled by fake gods for centuries, but we're moving away from that. We're moving away from a time in which humans worship other humans, okay, and put other people on a pedestal, and basically as a way to take their power away. You don't see yourself as being a powerful individual because you have put somebody else up onto a pedestal, so you see yourself as being lower than them. And that is all coming to an end, okay, as we get closer to new earth, because people are starting to see that these people, these celebrities, these demigods, these fake gods, are no better than anybody else. And a lot of them have done very corrupt things. And all of that is going to start to come out and be revealed as the years go on. And you're going to see a lot of that happening this year. Okay. More and more of the truth coming out about what these people have done, that these people are not people to be put up on a pedestal. They're not people to be worshiped. It's all going to come out eventually. It has to come out, right? It has to come out so that people will stop worshiping these fake gods. And I predicted this would happen in my 2024 and 2025 predictions videos. So if you want more information about this topic, check out my predictions videos. I will link them below. So more and more of the truth is going to start coming to the surface. And other people that have done bad things are going to be exposed as well. Okay. And if you take a look at Diddy's personal year, like I said, he's having a 6th personal year. This can be justice coming towards him, but it could also be him wanting to bring justice towards other people too. And he has a lot of dirt on a lot of famous people, right? He has video footage of a lot of famous people that have come to his parties. And so he knows a lot of stuff that these people have done, and has video footage and dirt on all of it, right? So I feel like this could also be him in his way, in his mind. This is him getting justice, his form of justice, right? By exposing this dirt and this stuff that he knows about a lot of these famous people. So I just feel like there's going to be a lot more dirt coming out that's going to expose even more celebrities. And it's going to be pretty shocking. And I do feel like Diddy is going to be a part of this. Like, he is going to play a hand in exposing these people because of him having this 6th personal year. And if you look at the chart of the United States right here, you will see that in 2025, the United States entered a 6th essence. And part of that is going to be justice being served to people who have broken the laws in the US. Okay, so if these celebrities have done things that have broken the laws, then justice could come to them this year if they're living in the US. All right. So now looking at this from a 5D consciousness level, okay, because I want us to take a step back and look at it from a 5D consciousness level. And if we do that, then we see that everything that is happening in this 3rd dimensional world is just part of the play, right? We're all just participating in a play in this 3D world, okay? And every play has a hero and every play has a villain, right? There has to be a bad guy in every play. And you wouldn't have a play. The play, the movie, whatever it is, it wouldn't exist if you didn't have the villain and the bad guy. Nobody would go to see it. So Diddy is just playing his part as the villain of the play, right? He's playing his part as the bad guy in the play, and he's doing a really good job, right? But he is just playing a part. Just remember that from a 5D consciousness level, because that way we don't cast judgment as much, right? We want to stay in 5D consciousness. We need to remove ourselves from putting judgment on things and look at it as like he's just playing the part of the bad guy in this play, right? So if you want to find out more about how to stay in 5D consciousness energy, right? Because when you stay in 5D consciousness energy, your life becomes a lot easier, and it becomes easier to manifest all kinds of things, okay? So if you want to find out more about 5D consciousness, check out some videos that I've done about it. I'll link them below. But let me know in the comments what you think will end up happening to P. Diddy. Do you think Diddy is guilty, or do you think he's innocent? And do you think he's going to go to prison, or do you think he's going to walk away? Let me know in the comments below, because I really want to know what you think is going to happen. And if you like this video, hit the like button and share it with other people, because it really helps to get this information out there when you do that. And I do spend a lot of time on these videos for you guys, so thank you so much for all of your support. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would love to have you subscribe and to become part of the family. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website, StarsAlignWithCarmen.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.